What's up, everybody? Early Stoppage MMA here. And today we're going to be going through the UFC 320 card coming up this weekend, taking place in Las Vegas. We're going to go through one of the early prelims. We'll jump up to the prelims and then do the main card. So we'll just kick it off with Patchy Mix, the return of Patchy Mix against KSW champion, I believe, Jacob. I'm not even going to try to say the last name.
Yeah, good luck on that
Yeah,
one.
I ain't going to do that. So I'm picking Patchy Mix. I think at this point we've seen with the other Bellator fighters that they come in, they have a terrible debut, and then they win their next fight because they're actually kind of good, but they're just not amazing. I think that's going to be the case with Patchy Mix, especially because his last fight, he usually does not fight like that. That was kind of an anomaly, and it looked like he had a back injury.
Yeah, that was weird. He also ran into the absolute killer of Mario Batista.
That is true. Batista's honestly
So,
not a bad loss. Batista's a kind of a tough fight for just about anybody. So
yeah, I would say that I would agree with that. And I have zero clue who Jacob Wicklax is,
yeah,
but I'm gonna go Patchy Mix for this one.
same. I watched a few highlights from the other guy just to see, and he looks fine. No, I don't know if there's much more to say beyond that. So
Sure, it's also KSW. It's
that
very
is
hit or miss.
that is very true. You know, regional MMA. So then I suppose we'll just jump a little bit up the card here to Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. Who do you got in this one, man?
I'm going Shabazian for sure.
Me too.
Over Muniz, yeah. I think this is one of those like don't overthink it fights. Shabazian's looked solid, been good.
Yep. He really has kind of pulled it together. Did you know he's 27?
I did not.
I thought he was like 34.
I also thought that he was in his 30s at least. But yeah, being 27, I think that he's hopefully just now hitting that prime area of his career where he's, kind of hitting the peak.
Yeah, he had a
and
rough go at the beginning of his MMA career because he fought Derek Brunson, Jack Hermanson, Nasruddin Imavov, and then Anthony Hernandez, like almost all in a row.
Yeah, that's
before he was like 24. So that sucks. I don't blame him for losing those. But I also wouldn't say that he's like a killer. I do think he beats Andre Muniz.
Yeah, I think that Andre Muniz there's a level between the two for sure.
No doubt about it. I'm going to pick him by like KO in round 2. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just go decision. I don't know. I mean, Andre Muniz is, not totally awful, but
he's a journeyman.
Yeah, I mean, he can probably not get knocked out.
I like that optimism.
Yeah, I'm very optimistic about Andre Muniz, obviously.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got Atiba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz.
This one. No. I do not think that Ozzy Diaz can stay conscious in this fight.
Really?
I think Atiba Gautier is going to knock out Ozzy Diaz round 1.
Interesting. I'm picking Atiba Gautier to win, but this fight reeks to me like an almost fraud check, where like Ozzy Diaz does a lot better than the odds would indicate. Because right now he's like Gautier is like a minus 1,000 favorite. It's insane.
Yeah.
I see Ozzy Diaz kind of holding his own. Ozzy Diaz is pretty fucking tough. He's done okay. I mean, he got smoked by Zhang Mingyang and Joe Pyfer, but like, come on, who doesn't get smoked by those guys?
That's so true.
He's also, he's just a tough dude. He's been able to hang in there. He's got a pretty dangerous style as well, so I don't think he can totally be counted out. And Atiba Gautier's competition has not been that good.
So, no. I'm the only human on the earth probably that was as high as Robert Valentin for some reason. I might also be the only human on earth that watches Ultimate Fighter. So, I fell for the Ultimate Fighter hype in the big 2025 somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm taking Atiba Gautier on this one for sure.
As am I. I'm going to take him in also a round 2 KO. I think that Ozzy Diaz will show some resilience in the first round, and then in the second one, I think Gautier will catch him with something, put him out.
Like that.
So, yeah. You want to introduce the next one?
Yeah, we got Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer.
You've had a history
Saying
with Joe Pyfer.
I've had opinions about Joe Pyfer for a while now. I was riding the train, so to say, whenever he first came into the UFC, like this guy's the next big thing. A lot of power at middleweight, and then every fight I get slowly more and more disappointed in him to the point where I am struggling to pick him up against Abus Magomedov. But I am going to stick with it. I'm going to rock with Joe Pyfer against Abus this weekend, and I think that this is his time to get into the top 15. After that, I don't know what he does. I don't know how he's going to do in the top 15 at middleweight. There are winnable fights there for him, but I think he might be able to survive Abus.
Yeah, I very much can see Joe Pyfer winning this, but
Yep.
I'm gonna pick Abus. My honestly, my biggest hesitancy to pick Abus is because Joe Pyfer's been doing a lot of grappling just
Yep.
randomly, and he's looked pretty good doing it. But
Working out with Sean Brady, bro.
yeah, dude, I genuinely I think his last two wins in Marc Andre Barrio and Kelvin Gastelum are, especially the Kelvin Gastelum now that we're seeing in 2025, were not good wins.
Yeah.
Straight up, like they're
Uh,
not that impressive. I don't think.
I will say I think his most impressive win is Marc Andre Barrio. I'm also just a Marc Andre Barrio fan,
Yeah,
and I think Marc Andre Barrio's like better than people give him credit for. And I was so excited for that fight, and he just fucking smoked him. So
yeah,
I do think that there's always that chance though stepping in there with Joe Pyfer. I don't know against maybe the top guys at middleweight,
hmm
but I think for all these guys that are 10 and above at middleweight, there's a very good shot you are gonna get knocked out.
yeah. I think Joe Pyfer's biggest strength is his knockout power. But that being said, like his striking isn't the crispest, it isn't the most accurate. It's one of those things. I think Abus, if he's moving around, can be fine, especially if he kind of
Mm-hmm.
mixes in his takedowns to just put pressure on Joe Pyfer, not necessarily try to full on grapple with him. I think he'll have some success there because Abus also doesn't have an amazing resume. I think these two are about comparable because Abus losing to Kaio and Sean Strickland is not
Yep.
too bad, especially because Abus was giving Strickland a hard time in the first round of their fight until he gassed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that and Abus has made some good adjustments to be able to fight a whole fight and be fine. I think that we're going to see a tough fight out of Abus. That being said, I would not be surprised if Joe Pyfer managed to just sleep him.
Yeah. I think that this is like in the whole sense of it, like a 50-50 fight. I could see this going really either way.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
I don't think I favor either guy. It's pretty much one of two things for me is Abus Magomedov going to stay alive and just kind of point fight Joe Pyfer,
Mhm.
or is Joe Pyfer going to catch Abus? That's really
Yep,
kind of what's going to happen.
I agree. I think that that is more than likely what we're going to see here. So,
Yeah,
all right, moving on to the next fight on the list. Josh Emmett, the Goblin, he's back
he's
against
back, dude.
Yusuf Zalal.
Where are you leaning on this? This is I don't know if this is crazy or not, but I'm kind of struggling with this one.
It's with Josh Emmett. There's always a chance, and Josh Emmett is
Yep.
in crazy good shape for his age.
Yes, dude.
The problem for me is that like it is kind of weird because like Yusuf Zalal is more of a wrestler, which doesn't lend itself super well to fighting Josh Emmett because Josh Emmett has the most issues in terms of striking with people who will just pepper at range and then just like circle him and he'll just walk
Yeah.
them down and just get peppered up. Yusuf Zalal can do that, and I would not be surprised if that was his game plan. But Yusuf Zalal is also a very submission and grappling heavy fighter. Um,
Yep.
that being said, Josh Emmett doesn't have the best grappling, and he usually doesn't even fight grapplers. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zalal had a lot of success there. I think I'm going to pick Zalal by submission in like round
Okay.
2 or 3, but Josh Emmett totally has a chance to just smoke this man with his insane power. So take that for what you
I'm
will.
also yeah. I think the thing with Zalal is that the issue with trying to wrestle Josh Emmett is that you have to get close to Josh Emmett, and he's like the one dude that you do not want to get close to. But if you can survive, he's very flat-footed with all that power that he throws. That it's fairly easy to grapple him, I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take Zalal by decision. I think that it's going to be a lot of kind of just chilling at range, and he's bigger than Josh Emmett is so small for the division.
Yeah.
He's just bigger. So I think that if he just kind of chills, throws a lot of kicks, and just stays out of the power of Josh Emmett, I think that's fine. And Josh Emmett has to come in also. Like it's going to be the battle of the void, kind of, so to say. Like like Mighty Mouse says.
Yeah.
That it's if Josh Emmett closes the void, then he's close enough for Zalal to where he would have to finish him, or Zalal will grab a hold of him.
Yep.
So I think a lot of this fight is going to be fairly boring. It's going to be Josh Emmett just headhunting and Yusuf Zalal just kind of leg kick jab to victory.
I think that's probably going to be the case.
I think that's the safe bet for this. So I'm just going to go with Zalal. I think he'll win the fight off volume.
Yeah.
If he can stay awake, I think he'll just volume his way to a victory.
Cool. I like it. Makes sense to me. Oh man, now this might be the best stretch of like main, co-main, and feature bout of the year. Last 2 years even maybe.
I'm hoping every night that none of these guys pull out. Like we're to the fight week and nothing's happened.
Yep.
It's almost too good to be true that I feel like I'm gonna wake up one morning to an illness or something, and I'm a little worried about that. This fight though, I'm excited about all these fights.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is my number 2 most excited fight that I'm excited for, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But who are you going with here? I'm curious. I have my opinion, and I'm wondering where you're sitting.
Yeah, I also have my opinion. I am going to pick Khalil Roundtree by 3rd round KO.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been watching these fights, and Yuri, even with the head movement, has looked so good. He looks really fucking good. But I think Khalil's kind of a bad matchup for him. Khalil's got nasty fucking leg kicks. Nasty leg kicks. He was chewing up Jamal Hill with them. And Jamal Hill doesn't have the greatest kicking defense by any means. But
Jamal has 0 kicking defense.
Yuri has particularly bad kicking defense. And when Khalil kicks, his Muay Thai is good enough that he doesn't really leave himself open when he's throwing kicks, especially low kicks. So I don't think he's going to get caught there. And his defense on the feet is pretty good. Pretty good. He can fight off the back foot well. And even when he does move in and move sort of close, I think it'll be really good. I think this could be a battle of elbows, which would be awesome. Awesome.
I think in terms of entertainment factor, this is the number 1 fight of the weekend.
This is one of my most anticipated fights of the year.
Oh, 100%. I think that this is a fight, too, that we could be talking about. It all goes to plan. Everyone stays healthy, and we get a banger. This could be fight of the year. Yeah. Like, there is... That's not even, like, an over-exaggeration, either, for this.
Yeah. When it's one of those things... Yuri's defense on the feet is just not that good. It's just unconventional and weird. But to be honest with you, coming off of a fight with Jamal Hill also has a weird fucking style. So I think Khalil's more or less prepped for that. Of, like, this dangerous guy who's... has an awkward style, weird footwork. I think that Khalil's going to have this and be ready to do it. Honestly, I could see this being less eventful than we wanted it to be because I can see Khalil, like, keeping his distance really well and just kind of staying out of range from Yuri and then moving in when it counts. Kind of like he did against Jamal Hill.
Sure.
That's what I'm picturing, and I think that that's going to add up, and by the time that it hits the 3rd round, Khalil actually typically starts to pick it up later in a fight.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to see that, where in the 1st round, he's just kind of surviving and starting to read Yuri. And then in round 2 and 3, he really starts to find these shots. Like, I think it'll be like he has better intelligence and power than Rakic. And a lot of the same attributes that gave Yuri trouble against Rakic, Khalil just does a little better, in my opinion. So.
No, everything you just said totally could happen. It totally is the thing. I will say I'm picking Yuri.
Understandable.
Yeah. No, I am a fan of both of these guys 100%. I have no, like, it's so hard for me to pick against Khalil, and it would be even harder to pick against Yuri, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see everything that you're saying. I do think that there is a fairly major gap between Yuri and Jamal Hill, though, in terms of movement and like just ability of striking. I think that Yuri's a lot more dangerous than Jamal Hill.
I agree, 100%.
I think that they're. I think, to be honest with you, I think Khalil looked amazing against Jamal Hill because he was fighting against Jamal Hill. If that makes any sense, like
100%.
I think that the matchup between Jamal Hill and Khalil is so awful for Jamal Hill that it just makes Khalil look like insane. And Khalil is so good. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the leg kicks are going to be an issue. That's a very like valuable point to bring up here. But I think that Yuri will know that. I mean, if we're noticing that as the biggest issue, Yuri 100% knows that. There's no way.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
So
think about how many strikes Yuri absorbs. That's my only.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, and he can't do that. Like we saw that with Pereira. That's been the biggest thing with Yuri is like he beats everybody except for Pereira because Pereira just like you cannot absorb those strikes.
Yeah.
I don't think Khalil has that kind of power. I think he has like the level below that kind of power, to where like I don't think he has Pereira power, bro.
No, he doesn't have Pereira power, but he did drop Jamal Hill more than Yuri did.
But that's such a hard comparison because they're both coming off a Jamal Hill fight.
Is it because like Khalil Rountree is coming off of 2 fights with very unconventional strikers in Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill, and I think that he handled both of them well enough and impressively enough that like Yuri will be the weirdest, no doubt. And
what if I told you that Yuri's coming off of 2 fights of Jamal Hill and Pereira?
He is 100%.
It's kind of a goofy situation where they're all just like it's like Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, it's hard
fights.
because like,
they're all just fighting each other.
The fact that Jamal Hill was landing on Yuri, I just rewatched that fight today, and the fact that Jamal Hill is hitting Yuri with stuff, I'm like, oh, dude, Khalil's gonna be able to, you know what I mean?
No, Yuri. Yeah, but I think that Yuri will also counterpunch off of that, and that's kind of Yuri's style, is that he kind of gets beat on. Like that's just kind of what he does. He stands there and he's like, I'm gonna. You can punch me, but I'm gonna hit you with 3 elbows really quick.
That's the only thing. That's where the difference comes. This is such a good fight. That's where the difference comes in because like the thing is Yuri will counterpunch off of that, but Khalil is like a light heavyweight.
No, Khalil's got power.
That's the thing is he keeps his hands up when he's throwing punches. So like when people come at him with stuff, he actually blocks it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most light heavyweights. So.
No, I get you, and I think that we're seeing kind of an evolution. I think people forget how we all felt after watching Yuri beat Jamal Hill. Like we felt exactly like how we feel about Khalil right now. Like this is like an evolved version.
Yeah.
Like and I think that might just be the Jamal Hill effect. I think that's like we put too much credit into Jamal Hill.
I've never put too much credit in Jamal Hill.
No, I'm just saying as an opponent, as an opponent for both of these guys, we're like, oh, him versus Jamal Hill, that's gonna be a sick fight, and they both look amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging you to kind of go back in your mind and think of how you felt about Yuri when he finished Jamal Hill.
100%.
Like it was exactly how we're talking about Khalil right now. And I'll be honest with you that I'm very 50-50 on this fight. It's just that I've been 50-50 on a lot of Yuri fights, and if it wasn't Alex Pereira, he's won. So
yeah,
I'm feeling like that might stay true.
Yeah.
And we've seen Khalil be beat. Like I don't know. Like he of course he had his great fight with Pereira.
Yeah. Let me propose another thing, and then I'm done.
Sure. Yeah.
My final thoughts on this. One, another thing to consider that I just remembered: Khalil has changed his not changed camps, but changed gyms for this fight, and he's training with Marab. So there you go.
That's fun.
That's a good gym.
Is fun.
So that is cool. And then, but also when we think about this, like you said, Khalil has been beat. The fact that Alex Pereira could not put him out cold and really had to work to knock Khalil out with his insane power, I think is a testament to how fucking tough Khalil is.
No, there's no doubt.
Yuri is very good. But my thing is, like, we've seen Yuri kind of just pull it out and make it happen. Like almost he basically dying and coming back to life against Dominic Reyes.
Yep.
losing on the feet against Glover Teixeira, and then pulling it off at the end with a submission. So like we have
And
seen
he was
Yuri
losing the Rakic fight at 300 at UFC 300 too.
Exactly. And so my thing is Yuri does always pull it off, but I would also argue that Jamal Hill is better than those guys, straight up. I think he's more dangerous than those guys.
Did you just give Jamal Hill credit?
Or not Jamal Hill, Khalil. Sorry, I'm just an idiot, and I'm getting all messed up. I think Khalil is better than those guys.
I think we're gonna see this Saturday what happens.
I'm so
this
excited.
is a good fight.
We got to move on. I do think we could talk about this fight
to move on. Yes, I think we're gonna agree on this one.
Yeah,
and I will be completely honest with you. This is the fight I'm most excited for.
Really?
I have turned into a huge Merab fan, and Corey's cool. Like I don't dislike Corey. I don't super like Corey. I am kind of excited to see Merab fighting someone new.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
I do too.
And I'm also getting kind of pumped that Merab said he's going to strike. Like 90% striking with Corey is fun.
He is lying.
And I believe him though. You think he's lying?
Oh, 100% he's lying. He's going to go out there and wrestle fuck him.
I don't think he'll wrestle fuck him.
110%. He's going to do that.
He might, but I think that his striking's, and this might just show where I'm at. I think his striking's good enough to keep up with Corey's. Maybe not as flashy.
I do too.
But I think it might fucking be better than Corey's, like just technically, and like the ability to win fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about Merab is I really believe that this guy can win a fight anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm picking Merab, by the way. I'm picking Merab.
Your choice really gave that off, but
your
description.
It did. Yeah, I didn't even talk about Corey's cool. That's all about all I have to say. I think this will be fun though.
Yeah.
I think that there's always Corey's fairly dangerous just in his ability to pull off weird things. Like I feel like he never gets like crazy power knockouts. It's always something very weird and technical and super impressive.
Interesting. I feel differently.
Are you picking Corey?
Fuck no. I just feel differently because I think Merab is easily going to win this. I think, you know me, I'm not typically like a conventional hater for most people. Jamal Hill I am. But honestly, I think that's about it. Sure. I really firmly, in my heart of heart, believe that Corey Sandhagen is the most overrated fighter in the UFC. I don't think he's very good. I don't think his resume or his wins are all that impressive. And I don't, other than that fight with Petr Yan, which he clearly lost, and just kind of having a fun fight on the feet, I think that's where he gets a lot of his reputation from. His wins are honestly not that impressive. Like,
no, I agree with you.
Beating Cheeto, he got a doctor stoppage against Song, and like even that was a very young, inexperienced Song. Still good, but like that's his most impressive win. I don't think the Figgy fight was all that good of a win because I think we know that Figgy is pretty old at this point, and it was an injury. So like, did he really even KO him, I guess? When was the last time that Sandhagen actually finished or KO'd anybody? Like, I think he has about the equal finishing power that fucking Merab has at this point. Merab has a way more recent finish than him. Like an actual finish.
Oh, 100%. I think that this is, there's no doubt on that for sure. But I don't think that this fight will get finished. I do think Corey's good enough to not get finished on the ground. I think Corey's better on the ground than O'Malley.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's as dangerous on the feet as O'Malley is, but he moves around probably just as much as O'Malley. He might not be as dangerous, but he moves.
Well, and I think
I do think that this is just going to be like an overall entertaining fight. Like it's going to be a very active. Nobody's just gonna. I don't think Merab's just going to sit on top of Corey because Corey's like transitions and just his ability to scramble is really good. And
I don't know.
Granted, we haven't seen.
We saw. I mean, in the fight against Umar, Corey he scrambled good at the beginning, and Umar kind of let him do that. I don't think Merab is going to let him do that. I think he is going to be able to just hold Corey or just keep shooting those takedowns and just taking him to the ground over and over, and Corey will just be able to get nothing off. And Merab
not if he strikes 90% of the time.
Tired. I don't think Merab. I mean, I think Merab will strike with him, sure, but like, I think he's just gonna wrestle. I think he's just saying that as like a very funny Merab thing to do. I don't see it. I just don't see it with Corey. I don't think Corey Sandhagen is that impressive. I don't think he's earned this. I'm glad that we see someone new like fighting for the belt. But to be honest
Yep.
with you, I don't think he deserves this title shot all that much.
Probably not, but there's no one else.
No.
There's really not anyone else
I
because
agree.
Marab's beat everybody.
No, I
So
agree. So yeah, might as well. It's just kind of like I see
we're
it as like
both
feeding someone
picking
new.
Marab though. This is fun.
So yep,
I wonder if we're gonna be picking different for the main event here.
interesting.
The
Okay.
UFC 320 main event, Magomed Ankalaev, the champ, fighting Alex Pereira, former champ, former double champ.
Yes.
Who are you picking here?
I am going to pick, drumroll please, Magomed Ankalaev by KO in the second round.
That's wild. Whoa. Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had to face this reality. I've been thinking about it and like going back and watching some tapes and reflecting.
Yep.
I think Alex is slowing down, dude. I think Alex is he's 38 now. I think he's getting old. I was watching some like sparring footage of him. Like he looks good on the pads, but
Sure.
I think
everyone looks good on pads.
Exactly. Magomed Ankalaev is just he's a very bad matchup stylistically for Alex. He's got good striking fundamentals. The threat of the takedown keeps Alex like guessing. He's got a pretty good chin, and like the fact that he hurt Alex in the second round of their first fight and was really giving him trouble. Like I don't know what's going to change with this one, and I think he'll probably be even better about capitalizing on it. And he's not taking this fight during Ramadan, so like I imagine that his camp will be better, his weight cut will be better, his conditioning will be better. The confidence of having the belt is there. Like I was watching sparring footage of Alex, and he was fighting Gregory Rodriguez, and Gregory Rodriguez was like taking it easy on him, but throwing some of these punches that like if they fucking landed, I mean Alex has a pretty good chin. Oh, I think that he would have gone down. Like if Magomed Ankalaev lands those punches, oh no. You know, and I
would. Okay.
I don't know. It's really sad because I want Pereira to win so bad. I don't fucking like Magomed Ankalaev.
I do think. Shout out to Dean Thomas. We should trade Magomed Ankalaev for Dakota Ditcheva. But I will say that I see what you're talking about. I do. Mm-hmm. I'm withholding hope for one more fight. I will say I'm picking Alex Pereira.
Hell yeah.
Just I think that this is the deciding fight for me. That if it goes like how the first one went, it's probably cooked for Pereira. Like he'll still be a fun fighter. If he fought anybody, I'd watch. I think there's always the chance of him knocking anybody out. Even if he went up to heavyweight, if he went up, whatever, he could knock anyone out. I truly do believe that.
Yeah.
And I think he could knock out Magomed Ankalaev. I think he can knock him out this Saturday. But Alex Pereira is historically fairly bad in rematches. Just getting flatlined. Magomed Ankalaev in his only rematch flatlined the guy. Like I know that these things do not matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all know how this fight's going to go. It's going to go just like the first fight. It's going to be Alex Pereira looking to hunt the big shot, and hopefully he's not hurt. Like there's been a lot of rumors that he was really hurt in the last fight, dealing with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I hope that at this point, with him not having the belt, that he took some time to rest and heal up.
And actually
to fight
focus in the camp, and I agree with you. Like that to me does say good things. Like he wasn't traveling the world. It seemed like he was sticking around just working in the gym.
Yeah. I do think that there's some stock to put into that he's locked in on this fight. And this might, I mean, truly any of these fights for Alex Pereira could be his last fight.
Yeah.
We don't know. Like you said, he's 38 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's deniable that he's slowing down. Like there's proof. We've watched his fights from the past, 3 years, whatever it's been, which is crazy. He's done as much as he's done in 3 years, but we do see kind of the slowing down, and Ankalaev is the hardest fight for him, but I do think that he's good enough to beat him. I'm sure that he's been working the ground game. He didn't even his takedown defense didn't even look that bad.
No, it looked great. It looked incredible. That's my thing. My final bit here, I just want to get out there too, is like thinking back to his last two fights. In the Khalil fight, he looked a little rough, but also he was sick. And I think we can confirm that he was sick because on the stool, he was coughing, and that's kind of why he looked bad. I think that you can sum that up to that. The only problem is that then in the next Ankalaev fight, he kind of had a lot of the same problems where he looked a bit slower. he didn't look as like reactively on it until the end when he kind of got in the flow state and knocked Khalil out. But that took a while. Normally he has that from the beginning of the fight.
Yep.
So maybe he was injured in the Magomed fight as well, like he said, or sick.
I
The only
yeah,
problem
I
with
heard that he was.
yeah, the only problem with that too is that like then why did his takedown defense look so good?
Well, and I'm sure that he was drilling takedown defense for the entire camp. That's got to be the number one thing. He can strike with anybody.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
Agreed.
So I'm sure that was a huge part of his camp was just overall takedown defense, and that's why it looks so good. But like straight up, if he didn't do that much striking, which I'm sure he did striking, don't get me wrong, but there was a clear focus. I think it's safe to say that there was a focus in the camp, and at the very end of the day, he knew that if he got to the ground, he was fucked.
Yep.
So let's stay off the ground, and he always got a chance, and he trusted himself. I'm sure, whether he was hurt or whatever was wrong. If it was, I don't remember if it was his hip or if that was a different fight. I swear this dude's injured in every fight he takes. It's like a toe here, hip there, all kinds of crazy stuff. But
yeah,
if he goes into this healthy, I do have hope. And I will say, though, that this is my last hope for Alex Pereira.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, if he loses this, I think he moves up to heavyweight and gives it a shot. So I don't think it's the last we're going to see of him by any means. But, like, I agree with you that will be the signifier of, like, well, this is probably it.
It's time to go. Yeah, because if he loses this, he can't get a third fight with Ank WILL. Maybe if he wins this, he gets the third fight.
Yeah,
but
they'll do a fucking trilogy. Oh, my God.
Please no. I'm sick. I'm already sick of Ank WILL, bro. Yeah. This guy... He what did he say? Remember he won the belt? I'll be so active. I'll do these things. And I guess he did, he fought this year. He's fighting twice a year. Let's go. But no, I'm fucking sick of this dude, bro. Give us Dakota, which is crazy. Just so that every fan, I want you to really think about this. We are calling for a heavier weight class champion to be traded for a women MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. And I think that we all agree with it.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
It's insane.
Yeah. So out of the fights, what do you think has the most potential to be good? Maybe outside of the top 3 fights.
Yeah, outside the top 3 fights, I think the obvious pick is Yuri Khalil. But I think outside of that, we got to watch out for Atiba Gauthier. That dude has crazy power.
Yeah, he could be. It could be a defining performance for him.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that a win over Ozzy Diaz could push him up. And I know Ozzy Diaz is not the hugest name, but Ozzy Diaz just looks solid. Especially at 85.
He's looked all right.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked good. I guess solid is probably the better term for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's light heavyweight, but...
Yeah, it is. It is. I think that... Oh, go ahead.
No, I would also keep an eye on the Daniel Santos versus Ju Sang Yu fight.
Oh,
that's probably going to be fire. That could be really, really fucking good. There's a lot... Those are 2 guys that have shown a lot of promise and looked pretty good.
Ju Sang Yu, that was the dude...
Korean Zombie Jr.
Korean Zombie Jr., the left hook, right?
Yep. So that fight should be pretty fucking good as well. Look out for that one.
That's a banger. No, I'm excited. This is overall a great card.
It is.
Hopefully we get a little bit more content out about this, just because we've been deprived of pay-per-views the last month. So
yes. And
this is a banger. We got 2 pay-per-views this month though. We got 320, which I am ecstatic about. We got a lot of heavyweights on that. We got a lot of heavyweights in October in general. October 11th, next weekend, we got Rio. We got like 6 heavyweights on that. So
100%.
For all you guys that care like me, let's go.
Let's go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy the fights this weekend. Leave your picks down below and tell us what we got wrong, because I'm sure we got something wrong. Let us know if you're as excited for Yuri versus Khalil as we are, and if you think that Alex Pereira still has it, or if you think Corey Sandhagen's good and I'm full of shit. We would love to know. Take it easy, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. Peace.